Hey there everyone, it's Brendan here from Crypto 101, and today we're going to be doing a complete walkthrough of the Osmosis platform. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Osmosis, Osmosis is the largest decentralized exchange, which is otherwise known as a DEX, in the Cosmos ecosystem. So once we go ahead and actually get to the webpage itself by going to osmosis.zone, you're going to be brought to a web page like this one. So if you want to scroll around and learn more, then you can certainly do that by clicking on the links at the top of the page or by scrolling up and down. But for the sake of this video, we're going to go ahead and navigate over to the app by clicking the Launch App button in the top right-hand corner of our screen here. Now, once we go ahead and launch the application itself, it's going to bring us to the app side of things, which has the URL of app.osmosis.zone. So it's going to relocate us over here. And from the actual app side of things, we can get rerouted to staking options. We can join liquidity pools. We can put assets onto the exchange, and we can even swap out different cryptos that might have been hard to find on like Kraken or Coinbase or one of the main centralized exchanges. So the first thing that you need to do once you're on the app side of things is actually connect a wallet. Now, personally, I like to use Kepler. They are my favorite wallet for the Cosmos ecosystem. So if you go up here to Kepler or you just, click the connect wallet button over here, the cool thing is actually you can cycle between wallets. So right now I'm on my burner wallet, but I can swap out to like my main wallet or my DeFi wallet. And you can have a bunch of wallets connected through Kepler and you can cycle through them really easily on a site like Osmosis. Now, once you have your wallet connected, you're going to get access to pretty much everything that you need to. You may have to deposit assets depending on what the assets are. And here you can come over and go ahead and do that. Again, I'm in my burner wallet. But you can come over here and there's going to be a deposit and withdrawal option for the assets that would need to be deposited or withdrawn. Now, say I just put in a ton of Atom into my wallet, a ton of Cosmos into my wallet, and I'm like, hey, I actually want to get some Osmosis, or maybe I want to find something called like DYDX. Well, I come over here and type in DYDX, and then it's going to come right up, and I can see, okay, well, now I can exchange my Atom, which is what I have, and then the arrow is pointing to what I want, so I'm exchanging Atom, arrow down into DYDX, and I can say, okay, well, I want to exchange one Atom, and it's going to tell me, hey, this is going to exchange for 3.117 DYDX. I can click on this drop down arrow right here to get a little bit more information. So I can see that my swap fee is 0.299%, which comes out to 3 cents on this exchange. And then my slippage down here is going to be 0.5%. So I don't have crazy slippage. I don't have a crazy fee. And I can go ahead and actually just make the swap from here. Again, if I wanted to do something else, let's just say that I actually sent Osmosis to my wallet and I wanted DYDX. Well, I can come over here, I can type in Osmo, and I can now swap my Osmosis for DYDX. And it's going to give me a little bit more information about this as well. And so I can do one Osmosis, 10, 100, and it's going to break down all the info for me over here. Now, if I wanted to continue on to the staking side of things, again, they have a staking hub for the people who want to use it. And so if you want to come over here, you can stake your Osmosis pretty natively. But they'll also have a pretty cool thing for you to like find other tokens through the Kepler wallet that you can also join in and stake with. Now, if we want to go to the pools section, which is arguably, I think, one of the coolest sides of this exchange, if you go over to pools, they have two different kinds of pools. You'll see that there's an electricity mark one and ones without the electricity marks as we scroll down over here. So the ones without the electricity marks are going to have lower yields because they are not supercharged pools. They're just normal liquidity pools where you put your money in, you can leave them in there for as long as you want, and you only have to worry about impermanent loss whenever you withdraw. The supercharged pools with the electricity marks are going to give you substantially higher yields, as you can see from the green over here, as opposed to the ones that are not supercharged, because what you're doing is you are concentrating the liquidity that you're contributing to a very specific range. And the caveat is that you're likely going to be have extra and permanent loss risk. So the odds of you incurring permanent loss is significantly higher, because if the price goes out of that range, not only do you have to deal with impermanent loss, but you also have to deal with the price actually going out of that range, which would mean that you stop making money. So there's a two-side front there where you're getting a significantly higher yield, a giant APR, but it's a little bit more complicated. But people love this because it's a DeFi hub. So people who really care about the protocols can come in here, and depending on what the pairing is, they can earn 50, 100, 200% APR, and they're fine with incurring the impermanent loss during times where things are moving sideways because they don't have to worry about it as much. So again, if you're someone that's looking at getting plugged into DeFi more, this is something that a lot of people like to do, and you can just go over here and go ahead and create a position and join in, set your ranges, and get involved contributing liquidity, which I've talked to the Osmosis team, and they've said that it will also qualify you for airdrops. And while I personally, have contributed liquidity for a while, I've never gotten an airdrop. But after talking to the Osmosis team, they said that you can qualify for airdrops moving forward by both staking and providing liquidity, which is something that I thought was pretty cool over here. Of course, they can also plug you in to the app side of things by going to apps. You can see that there is tons of options to get connected in to the Cosmos ecosystem. You can also go down here and look at like stats and voting stuff and contact support. And so there's a lot of ways that you can do all of this. And the whole exchange is actually really, really promising. And so one of the cool things here is that they actually have a pro trading side via, I think it's TFM. Yeah, TFM. And so depending on what country you're in, I wanted to bring this up just to show everyone. But this is something that I have heard is, really cool because it's a decentralized exchange that has like a borderline, like centralized exchange like front. So it's almost like you're trading on like Kraken Advanced or Kraken Pro or Coinbase Advanced or something like that. And it's a cool option that they have been advertising over here. So they have partnerships with like TFM or some of these other places where you can trade on like margin. And so they have some cool partnerships of people being like, hey, if you're interested in like leverage or advanced trading, then they have partnerships that they can reroute you over to that aren't technically, I don't believe, Cosmos, but they are more like partners with Cosmos, hence why they are being advertised on their website. So when it comes to actually operating around the Cosmos decentralized exchange, that is the bulk of it. And so they have other apps, they have other parties like we just talked about. But the main uses for this are swapping out tokens inside of the Cosmos ecosystem, which is actually pretty vast because of the Cosmos IBC, which means that you can trade things that are off the Cosmos ecosystem. So we can see things like Wrapped Bitcoin, and we have Axelar and Binance and Matic and Avalanche and Polkadot and Chainlink and Maker and all these tokens that maybe aren't Cosmos native, but because of IBC, you're gonna be able to have access or exposure to them. So whether it's swapping out or joining liquidity pools or just getting plugged into Cosmos more, Osmosis is a great way to kind of join in on the fun. And keep your crypto maybe a little bit more safe by doing it through your own custodial services as opposed to an exchange. So we hope that all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you back with another tutorial soon.